What's up, everybody? This is Jay, and this is my recap review for P-Valley Episode 8, Murda Night. Now, if you're new to my channel, what I'm going to do is I'm going to recap the episode, and then at the end, I'm going to give you my real talk review and my thoughts and opinions on the episode, and then I'm going to give it a rating, a Mosco, where I'm going to judge it on 4 categories and give it up to a total score of 100. Now, let's get into it. When the episode kicks off, it's still continuing from episode 7. We see that we got Montavious, and he here talking with Autumn, and he say, yeah, you pretty girls get away with anything, get away with murder. She said, almost. He said, yeah. She said, yeah, you never they shouldn't underestimate the pretty girls. You never know what they are. He said, yeah, like a corporate accountant, huh? And so now we see that that's how she know how to work that money and things. And so he yoke her up when somebody knocked at the door. She was about to go to the door. He stopped her, and he pretty much is saying, she's saying, hey, they gonna come in here. He say, well, that means you better start dancing then. And so he basically got her strong arm right now about that money. Meanwhile, we see Lil Murda, and he ready to go on stage for his debut. And so he hop on stage with Miss Mississippi dancing behind him, everybody jumping in the club. And then next thing you know, everybody singing the chorus, and he was like blown away that they knew his lyrics. And then we see Uncle Cliffy, Lil Murda, threw his fur coat into the crowd. He come grab the coat. No, you gonna give me that coat right here. Give me that right there, big girl. You ain't keeping that coat. Meanwhile, we see this little producer that came in there to see Lil Murda perform, and he like, yeah, this jumping up in the air. He like, yeah, I see what I like right there. And he looking at Miss Mississippi. He got his eyes on her, happy. But at the meantime, Derek in there hating still. Meanwhile, we see that the outside is thick trying to get into the club, and he say, hey man, ain't no hard cock, no John Hancock signed that petition. Some dude came in with a gun. He like, oh man, look man, I took a Uber, that's all. I would have left it at home. And so we see that Diamond holding down security. Meanwhile, Lil Murda's doing his thing. He got a little crowd jumping. He's celebrating on stage, throwing money up, dancing. Miss Mississippi doing her thing on the pole. She got all kind of stunts and tricks. Man, you see at the same time, Derek just mad, jealous, mean mugging. And at the same time, the new producer is like blown away, happy, and just like starstruck looking at Mississippi do her thing. And I mean, she was doing her thing on that pole right there. And so we see like, man, what do with that right there? And so when we see Lil Murda, he come and he's finished the song. They celebrate, everybody happy. Meanwhile, we see that Mercedes is still back there, and she done spread them cheeks open for Coach, and he just enjoying the view. And so we like, let me take you off from to the pole to the penthouse, Mercedes. Let me do that. She like, Coach, you been good to me. How about investing 10,000? He like, 10,000? I don't know, man. She like, I need it for my gym. Let me be invested in the gym. I don't know, Coach. Well, let me get the keys to that penthouse. Meanwhile, we see Lil Murda. He done met up with the agent. This girl talking about, you signed my tickle bid, this little Murda. Here come Clifford. No, put them titties up. Ain't no titties and tequila tonight at the pynk, and that go for you, big titty committee. And then we see the managers, everybody talking, and then Mississippi was gonna walk away. He like, no, you come too, girl. And so she go with him. Meanwhile, we see Big L. He in there eating. He see that Autumn is barely dancing, and he say, boy, the pretty girls barely gotta do anything, yellow girl. And then here come Cliff. Boy, little Murda in there got it bouncing. He say, yeah, I see. And he say, girl, that girl ain't broken the rules. Let me call Diamond. She got them tickle bitties out. Diamond, I need you in there. And so Diamond was busy, so he asked Big L to do it. Meanwhile, we see little Chunky come up in there. Chunky, a little squirrel sandwich, and he got a fake ID. He like, man, I'm gonna let you in because it's the last night of the club. Get your fat ass in there, man. Stay in school, square sandwich. And so he gone inside. We see that Big L get the text from Duffy to come out back to go get that little, package he was working on. He said, I guess everybody breaking the rule tonight. Meanwhile, Squirrel Sandwich then found Mercedes. She said, what you doing in here, boy? Man, my mind told me give you this. My mind couldn't come in here because he didn't let somebody else hold hold his little thing. Now he locked up. It's about Haley. Who is Haley? This bitch. And he give him the paper, and she like, Haley, yeah, what's up? What you doing up in here? What's going down? I don't know. I'm trying to see what's going down up in here. And coach, what's going on? Boy, get up out of here. So then she come, coach trying to celebrate. Let's celebrate to our new arrangement. She say, you know what, coach, I appreciate it, but right now your generosity is a little expensive right now. We're gonna have to hold that thought. And so she leave out of there. Next thing you know, she running down the hall. She's banging on the door trying to get Clifford and them to come, but nobody in there. Big L, Cliff, or Diamond, they all gone. And so they trying to figure out what's up. Diamond and everybody busy. Big L making deals in the back, talking to, Duffy. He talking about, man, why you whispering? Man, I don't want to get you to hear. He said, man, she a werewolf? Can she hear real good? He's like, I don't know. Can werewolves hear good? Man, you crazy, man. Let me see what you got, man. And so then he show him a little, merchandise. Meanwhile, we see in the VIP, they chopping it up. Then he telling him, the manager, all the stuff he could do for a little murder. Talking about he got a 360 deal for him. He like, but I want real, though. I don't want no fake ass, flogging ass people, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to know authenticity. I don't want nobody just holding a strap, don't know where it's at in real life. He like, nah, I keep mine with me all the time. He like, all right, that's what's up. And what's up with this? You know what I'm saying? We can do some things with y'all too. Y'all got it bumping right now. You know what I'm saying? We get y'all in all kind of deal. And so she like, oh, okay, that's what's up. So they all feeling him. He get him a new producer. He like, never scared my producer. He like that little kid. And then next thing you know, here come Clifford wearing his old gay wrestler outfit, and he put his hand on him. And then next thing you know, he got embarrassed. He like, we politicking right now. And Cliff kind of felt a little shook because he ain't want to claim him in public with that hand on his shoulder. So he took the hand off, and he like, all right now, well, let me tell you something, Mississippi, you got a customer looking for you out there. And she say, see that it's Derek, and he's sweating hard. And so she like, all right. And so then after Clifford leave, he like, man, these people up in here don't know what they want, man or a woman. I need clarity. And then Lil Murda like, yeah, I know, I feel you, right? And so he, then Mississippi like, you know what? You better lay up off my boss, cause yeah, he ain't no punk though. He go ahead and handle business with the Drake out. Rat-a-tat-tat. And she started rapping. He like, ooh, okay. So she just stood up for Cliff. And then she didn't drop bars. He like, ooh, you got bars. We could do some things. Meanwhile, Lil Murda know he done punked out because in the shadows, he loving Lil Cliff, but just played him off to the side. Then his manager know. So now dude talking to him saying he gonna do some things for both of them. And so now we see that Autumn is still inside the VIP cloud room, and Montavious is telling her he want that money, and he said, I should do you like I did your boy. I hung him off the side of the balcony, let all the blood rush to his head, but before I did, he gave me that info on one account. Yeah, the first deposit, $9,000 from Chuckalisa. Yeah, that fabrics, I got that. Yeah, we gonna get all that money back. Yeah. And she said, I just came and told them. Next thing you know, they get a knock at the door. It's Mercedes. And she like, bottle service. And he says, I'm good right here. She said, well, VIP come with a complimentary bottle service and another pair of tickle bitties. And she just bust on in. And so now he was trying to hold her off, and now she like, don't worry. And then she gave little Autumn a little look like she know what's up. She pop it off. She like, you gonna have brown and light liquor today. And so then she start going ahead sweet talking. Meanwhile, we see that Cliff is going into the office. He feeling all dejected and stuff now that his little boo thing done dissed him. He go ahead and pour himself a little drink. He got his little wrestling gay wrestler outfit, his little pecs and tickle bitties hanging out. Then he see that they got their titties out. He say, oh, these trifling hoes, I told them Big L, Diamond. And he trying to tell him to go help. Next thing you know, Lil Murda come in and he like, oh, okay. What was that? Oh no, I'm just saying, I was just flexing. Somebody told me always believe what you saw the first time. You showed me Little Murda the first time. That Lil Marcus, he was real nice. He was ready, but Lil Murda, he ain't ready. I don't like Lil Murda. And he's like, oh no, I was just saying, I thought you ain't want to be sucking and bucking in the dark. He said, I was trying to be there for you, but you ain't ready. I am ready. Well, I don't know. I'll talk to you another time. Bye. And then he'd make him leave. Meanwhile, we see the producer is going hard for Mississippi right now that LaMarcus is gone. He telling her he can get her a 360 deal with Nike and everything. And here come Derek. Hey, Keyshawn, can I talk to you for a minute? Hold on a minute, I'll be there. Hey, Keyshawn, I need to talk to you now. I told your ass I'll be there in a minute. And the dude was like, see, you ain't gonna have to be dealing with no troublesome customers when I get with you. I ain't no customer. And so then she said, well, I think I'm about to go ahead. They be loving some Mississippi. He said, well, here's my card. Go ahead, girl. I can hook it up for you. She like, all right. And so she leave and he just admiring the view. And so then the producer that brought him there for Lil Murda say, man, you been all talking about her. What's up? You here for her, for my boy? He say, man, no cap, but your boy a dime a dozen, man. But that Black Barbie, that's where it's at, man. And he like, look, if you ain't got my boy best interest at heart, then we gonna have to leave. He like, man, it's whatever, man. Meanwhile, she walking with Derek and he say, what the hell was that? She say, he was trying to talk business. He want to be my manager. He want to be your manager or your pimp. You need to get your stuff and leave now. She said, but I've got some money to make. I can't leave. He say, if you don't leave now, you are going to be sorry when you get home. And then he choked, grabbing her and squeezing her. And then she said, I don't want to be sorry when I get home. He said, by the time I come from the bathroom taking a piss, you better be in the car. And he leave. And so she's scared. And the whole time, Diamond didn't watch the whole thing go down. And so now we see that Montavious is trying to get rid of Mercedes, so he pour out the whole bottle of champagne and the cup. And she's like, man, I need another bottle. She like, well, I don't know. I mean, you want her to leave? Want me to leave? It should be money thrown up in the air. He said, well, here goes some money for you. Now let me go ahead and get this dance I paid for. She say, if Haley want me to leave, then I leave. And then she said, you know what, Mercedes, you should go. He said, yeah, Mercedes, you should go. Then Mercedes break the bottle and try to come at him and try to stab him. And he end up stopping her and then holding it up against and told Haley, if you don't get the money, I'm a killer. And so she said, okay, hold on. And she started having flashbacks of when he had her on the floor and had a gun to her head. So she know that he probably would do it. And so she know that he in the gang, and she said earlier that, you know, you ain't married to nothing but the gang you in. And so now she say, okay, I get the money. He say, I thought it was in the bank. She say, no, it's here. And so she ran to her locker. She changing her clothes and everything. And then she looking for her gun, and she can't find her gun. Her gun is missing. And so she end up getting her stuff on and running out the back door. It looked like she was about to leave and abandon Mercedes. And so Mercedes is sitting there talking to Montavious. He said, you don't even know her. She, shot me and left after all I did for her. She said, well, you can't blame somebody that love her kids more than you. You probably deserved it. He said, yeah, she easy to like and easier to hate. You don't even know. And so while she in the car, we see that she kind of having some second thoughts. And so later we see that Lil Murda is on the stage about to perform his last song. He out there trying to flex and act like he ain't heartbroken right now about love Murda and Uncle Clifford and the Hershey Highway being closed. So we see later that Big L, he is out and back, and we see Uncle Clifford see what's going down on the video monitors in the Cloud 9. Diamond, he in there about to confront Derek. He say, man, you put your ass on the goods up in here is my problem. He say, you don't want to rumble with me. He say, oh, you don't want no smoke. He says, smoke? I don't know why Keyshawn mess with these gutter ninjas. And then they just start fighting right then and there, going at it. And then we see Uncle Clifford here. Oh, hell no. What the hell? And so he called it DIAMOND. Where are you? Big L, Big L. And so then he just go ahead and get the gun that they had confiscated earlier, and he going back there. Meanwhile, we see Haley come back with the money. She like, here it is. He was just about to tell Mercedes how 5 minutes was up. And he like, I know it's all there. It's all there. I don't want nothing else to do with you. That's it. You have it, and then we done. I'm through. And so while he going in the bag looking at the money, we see that Diamond and Derek is fighting. They going at it in the bathroom, wrestling, and Derek is giving Diamond some go, and then it's a gun pulled out. They fight for the gun go off. He say, oh man, what the hell was that? Next thing you know, Mercedes has got the bottle again, going after him. We see that Autumn is trying to fight him. They both are trying to attack Montavious. Everybody running out the club, Gidget running out the club. Derek and Diamond is in there fighting. And so now Keyshawn feeling some kind of way, so she run in there. And so now everybody is in there. There's 2 fights going on. We got Autumn and Mercedes fighting Montavious. He kind of beating them up. Then Clifford come back in there. All right, now you better get off of them, get away from them. And he pointing his gun at him, and then he like, you better back up, back up. And so then next thing you know, we see in the other room that Diamond and Derek is going at it, and Derek is giving Diamond a run for his money. And so it looked like Derek was winning for a second, and then Diamond, they go and fight for the gun again, and then the gun go off a couple times. Then Diamond get the upper hand and start laying them out, and then Keyshawn come with the damn gun, Autumn's gun, and pointing it at Diamond, talking about, Diamond, get off of him, please, Diamond, Diamond, please, get off of him. And so he looking like, I know she ain't gonna shoot me over this bum. And so then he hear the gunshots go off in the back, so he grabbed the gun. He going to Desert Storm mode. He going towards the back to see what's happening. Clifford is in there wrestling with Montavious, and next thing you know, we hear Diamond coming back there. A couple shots go off, go right through the door, and then we see some blood start pooling at the bottom of the door. So we don't know what happened. And then they cut to the next day. We see Loretta Devine sitting there on the porch, and they listening to the radio talking about the shootout at the Pynk last night. And then we see him come with some big black ass lips, and he ready for a funeral. And then they talking about, like, come on, let's go and get ready for this damn funeral. And so they going for the services. We see that it wasn't Mercedes shot, because she's sitting out on the porch in front of her mama's wannabe church that she stole, and say, ain't God the God of second chances? He said second, thirds, and fourths. But remember, you dead, I'm dead to you. And she said, Mama, I didn't mean it. Mama, Mama. And then she walk away and go inside the church, and now Mercedes is hurt. She go running, crying, banging on the door, asking Mama to talk to her or whatever, but Mama ain't had no second chances for her. Meanwhile, we see Andre leaving from the hotel with his wife. You got the old nosy ass desk clerk. Your husband been here. I'm sure he read all the Bible, I bet you. And so as he get ready to leave, she say she want to go with him to the auction. Now we see all the girls dressed in black going upstairs, and we see Mayor Tydell walking in looking like a piece of chocolate covered in strawberry, or this bright red Kool-Aid man ass outfit he got on, looking like wannabe pimp. He told Clifford, maybe you can come run the buffet table at the casino, as long as you run it better than that establishment you had already. And he said, you better get up out of here, And so he tell him to leave or whatever, talk to the hand. And so then they start the auction. And so he's saying that the property, the pynk, going up for 55,000. And so Andre and the mayor is all celebrating, and he tell him 55. She like, but he ain't even started yet. He say, it's all right, I got a 200,000 cap, it don't even matter. And so then next thing you know, Autumn come in and start bidding against him. And so now he shook because he didn't plan on anybody else bidding on this property. And so he said 55, she's 75. He like, oh, who is that? And so he say, okay, we got that 75, can I get a 80, 85? And then he was getting ready to bid. Then she said 150, and they looking like, what? Man, I know you ain't about to let this girl take this property. You better get on the phone. He get on the phone, then she said 200. He said 215. He said, I don't got our permission to spend more than 200. He said, well, you better get on the phone and get permission. And then she take her glasses off and kind of give him a look like, you don't want me to let some info out. And then while he trying to get on the phone to get permission to spend more than the 200K, then as soon as the guy picked up, he ended up not answering and hanging up the phone and allowing Autumn to get the property. And so then she was happy, and now the mayor's pissed and everybody pissed. He got up there. Now the rules of the auction states that you must have all the funds available at the time of purchase. Now, do you have 250 mother-loving 100,000? She just dumped it all out on the floor, and he was pissed. I'm gonna put a cap in your ass. I am done with you. You got this multi-million-dollar casino on hold over this 200,000. Are you crazy? And so now he talking to his boss, and they all upset, pissed that it's gonna take longer to get the deal done. And everybody at the pynk is happy and celebrating. We see Cliffy Pooh come on over there and talk to her, and he said, so what's going on? Why'd you do it? Why'd you save the pynk? And she said, well, I look as I owed you. Now you owe me, partner. And so now it look like they gonna be partners. Meanwhile, we see back at the pynk, they up there cleaning up a little bit, and she say, girl, what's your name? Ho, what's your name? I ain't no Ho. Oh, Ho, I'm sorry. Ho's your name again? Ho, it's Haley. I was close. And so then they all talking, and they saying about how they surprised it made it through, and last night was last night. And then they said, everything handled. He said, yeah. And so then they was talking about what they gonna do for the pynk tonight. And then Mercedes walk in. They said, girl, you ain't gonna never get to do your last dance, are you? And then she said, what about last night? Is it handled? And he said, yeah, it's handled. Don't worry about it. So I'm wondering, what did they do with Montavious' body? I mean, it was reported that the pynk did have a shootout. So I'm wondering what happened. And so we'll see. Now it's time for real talk. That's why I give my real review opinions on the episode. Now, I actually like how they continued this from the last episode. It was like a 2-part episode. It was kind of interesting. I like what was going on with Miss Mississippi and the manager, and I think she should probably try to get with him and get away from that dude Derek. Although she did make me real mad when she decided to put the gun on Diamond of all people, and she did say on Twitter that she hoped that people got upset, because then that showed that her acting coach did their job. And yeah, your acting coach did a good job, because yeah, you did look like a confused woman at that moment. Another thing that was tripped out is Montavious. If we see that he not just no lone soldier, he a member, a lieutenant of this gang or whatever that he a part of. And so we see that, like he told him, he may have people outside watching their moves. So this may not be over, that he's dead. That doesn't mean that it's all over with. We'll see. And Lil Murda, he broke Cliffy Pooh hard. I don't know why he was trying to act like he could be a rapper, but then be out in the open with a gay person as flamboyant as Uncle Clifford, and that would help his career, especially when he just starting. That wouldn't. And so he was telling Cliff he don't want to, suck and buck in the dark, but in the end, that's what they got to do if they wanted to be together. And Cliff came and tried to be there with him, and he ended up having to push him to the side, because if he would have said, yeah, I'm with Cliff, then that would have been the end of his deal with that dude. And Cliff feel like he got used for publicity and getting the stage, and that he really didn't want to be with him. And so they got a lot of confusion and stuff going on, which is something that I guess we'll see in the next season of P-Valley. And then also I like how Autumn was able to get the club from the Pynk, but in my opinion, what I think they should do is resell that property to the casino for $1 million and walk away with more money, go rebuild a new club somewhere else, bigger and better, more girls, more security, everything, and keep it moving. Now it's time for me to get an episode of Moscow. As far as visual cinematography, I like how they use the blue and the red as contrast in the episode. The whole episode was pretty much at night in the dark, and so it wasn't too much they could do with it, but they used the blue and the red, different colors of different rooms and different things to try to spice it up a bit, and I think that wasn't too bad. I give it a 17. As far as storyline and plot, the storyline and plot, it's not perfect, and if you look into it too deep, yeah, you'll find some holes and issues. But as far as overall storyline and plot, it does kind of go and tie together and make sense, and I think that was pretty interesting for this episode, and I give it a 20. As far as special effects and makeup, this isn't a special effects type of show, but the makeup, outfits, costumes is elaborate, entertaining. Uncle Clifford, they always got him looking like I don't know what, and for that I give it a 20. As far as entertainment, fun factor, this episode was entertaining, and I did enjoy watching it even with all the other stuff going on, so I give it a 20, which brings it to a total score of 77, which isn't bad, and it was a good season finale for the show, for season 1, and I'm interested to see what they end up doing for the future of P-Valley. I don't know. What do you all think? Let me know in the comments below. Uncle Clifford wanna know. Rule number 25.99. Ain't no crying in the pynk. So don't be crying, because we'll be back next season. All right? And I'm out.